Hi, I'm Amy Ching. I had brain surgery to remove a brain tumor 9 years ago, and it left me with a condition called diabetes insipidus. Doctors had told me that after the surgery I would be left with this condition where I would go to the bathroom, number one, and urinate so often, every 20 minutes, and lose all of my electrolytes, and so I would have to be on medication for the rest of my life. Sure enough, right after the surgery, I actually was on medication, and while I was in rehab, they had to rush me back to the hospital for dehydration, and since then, since I got out of the hospital, 3 times a year, whether I was on medication, it didn't matter because the medication wasn't the same for everyone. It was hard to regulate it for any one person because if it was hot that day or you drank too much water, the medication would change. And so even on medication, 3 times a year, I would end up in ER and for dehydration, and they would keep me there for 3 to 5 days. My husband would come home from work and I would be laying out on the couch, and he would say, "What year is it? Who's the president?" And he would have to rush me. He'd say, "Let's go take a ride." And he'd rush me to ER, and I did that 3 times a year for 7 years straight. And so I got used to staying in the hospital about 5 days, 3 times a year, and it just was routine. I knew I was going to be there every like 3 times a year. So one day we went to a nutritionist who did blood analysis. That's different from a blood test. This is where she pricked my finger and she looked at my blood put it underneath the microscope and put it on a monitor where I could see my blood cells. And all of my cells were not brown. They're supposed to be, when they're hydrated, they're supposed to be brown and swimming around the blood stream, but my cells were like stuck together like a caterpillar, and they were like all sludging around, and other cells would come and stick to it. And she told me, "You are dehydrated, your cells are dehydrated." So then she gave me a little Dixie cup of green 2-0, and 15 minutes later she took my blood sample again. And this time on the monitor, my blood cells were round and swimming around like they're supposed to. They were happy. And so I told my husband, "I've got to get a hold of that green drink because it hydrated my blood cells in like 15 minutes. So that was in November of 2012. I've been drinking the green drink now for about 3 years. Well, LIV Sxinney actually, and for about 3 years, and I haven't been to the hospital even once for dehydration since I started drinking the drink. And I also lost about 100 pounds on it, so I am very happy. It keeps me hydrated, and I could never go without drinking because I would end up in ER again. Thank you.